Now this says test good, so it's got to be good, right?
Yeah.
Until I get done with it. Pushing it through here. It is the next morning, 8 o'clock. Here to check on this strip freshener. Okay, we got this row freshened. Between the two rows, I mean, here and here, or it doesn't look like it's making much of a difference, but I mean, once I get in here where it's unfreshened, and you got one here and nothing for quite a ways, one here, and these are a lot smaller, just a lot more uneven stand. And then if I get back into the freshened strips, you can see, you know, it's a lot more uniform on these freshened strips. There's every now and then, you know, you got one that hasn't really popped up yet, hasn't came up yet, and that could be a skip, honestly. There could be nothing there. But I don't know. Well, I can definitely see that the freshener did make a little bit of a difference. It's not super noticeable in most areas, but you can see where, you know, the stuff that wasn't freshened is definitely having a little trouble getting up, and the freshened stuff is that there's more up than the unfreshened rows. So I mean, that is a good sign. A lot of those plants 24 hours ago were just kind of cresting. That was the freshened ground. They were just there, and now it's been 24 hours now, and the majority, pretty much all of the freshened rows are out of the ground. So that's a good sign. The unfreshened rows, it's been 24 hours. There are some that you could see there that were not out of the ground yet. They were there, they were close. So whether it makes a huge difference, we'll just have to wait and see when we pick the corn. Oh, hey, the corn's up here already. It looks really good, actually. That Nyman farm over there with the freshener, it's just kind of hard. Stuff over here, you can tell is a little softer. You can easily row the corn. And I believe it was planted on the same day. Anyway, today we are going to be switching over our Wilson trailer off of the Kenworth to the dump trailer that's sitting on the lot over there. We need to haul some gravel. We only need about 3 or 4 loads. We're going to bring a load back here to the farm for those guys that are messing around in that 120 south of the house. They're putting some tile in because it's getting wet, and they think what's happening is underneath all that black soil is just a lot of clay, and they think that clay is just sealing off that tile, and so they're gonna drop some 1-inch stone down there and hope that that helps the problem. So I'm gonna get a load of that so that they can throw that on top of the tile, and then I've got some gravel to haul for somebody's driveway. Well, our driveway, I guess, at that Cinnabon farm. It is a total disaster. So we're gonna get that cleaned up, and the people that live there don't have to deal with it. So it is supposed to storm today, so I don't know how much they're gonna be able to get done on that tile, but I'm still gonna go get the stone for them in case they can do anything. It's already rained a little bit this morning. Nothing that would keep them out of the field, but it definitely looks like it's going to rain more, so hopefully they can get that stone in there before it gets too wet and get that patched up. Good Lord, that took a while. Everything's so stinking rusty. When I took that dump trailer off on the hog lot there, I didn't put it back far enough, and it was impossible because my front tires kept trying to fall off the edge of the concrete. Anyway, we'll see if this thing's going to dump. If I've got it set right. Forgot how to do this. I'm gonna go to drive, engage the PTO, then I can go back to neutral. Put that down. Maybe. What's going on? I'm gonna assume it just needs hydraulic fluid because every time we take this hose off, all of it drains back out. So every now and then I gotta put more hydraulic fluid in the wet tank there. So hopefully that's all that is, because the PTO isn't engaging or it's not getting enough hydraulic fluid. I don't know what's going on, so we'll see. It's been a while since it's been on. And it is raining, so I'm keeping you guys in the cab because this is not waterproof. It should go now. Drive. PTO on. Neutral. Raise. Lovely. And she's coming down quick, so that means we're fully connected and everything should be in good order. If it starts coming down very slowly, it usually means that hose isn't connected all the way. It's not seated all the way. We're off for gravel. There's nobody working in the scale house anymore. It's just, you gotta call the number for dispatch. It's kind of odd to me, but okay. So now we've got telemarketers at the gravel pit. Anyway, they don't have inch stone, so I'm just going to go with a 3/4, and we should be good there. I don't know how much I like that. So I got loaded and I went back on the scale and picked up the phone and it called dispatch or whatever, and I got somebody else, so they had no idea what the truck was, what I was getting. So I had to explain to them, I had to get my account back on the online there and explain to them what I was getting, and I don't know about that. They've got it hooked up to a telemarketer system there, and it's just kind of, what happened to talking to somebody at the scale house? They knew you know, if you came in here all the time, they knew your truck, and they typically knew what you wanted, they knew your account, all that stuff. Now I gotta talk to somebody probably from overseas. They have no idea who I am from Adam. What is this world coming to? As I'm YouTubing my farm. So I guess I can't be the one to complain, but that just seems a little weird to me. Forgot to mention, no, it is not a different day. Yes, I did change my shirt. That black one just wasn't doing it for me. I keep extra clothes in my truck. A lot of the times when they get dirty, I don't want to pick up my child while I'm wearing it from daycare, so I'll switch to a clean shirt to get her, like if I'm spraying and stuff. But yeah, so I don't know what this guy is doing, but he's staying in the left lane. There's a guy that just passed me that thought that this was a highway and that he could just, there was 2 lanes. And he just passed me willy-nilly on a blind hill, thinking it was 2 lanes, stayed in that lane, and about got in a head-on collision before he realized that the yellow line is in the middle of the road there, so it's not a 2-lane road. The only time it's a 2-lane road and you can choose which lane you want to be in is if the yellow line is all the way on the left side. The dotted line will be white if you can get in either lane, okay? Just so you know. It's amazing that people have licenses. Anyway, talking about the shirt because you were very interested. I just changed my shirt. It was too short. My wife probably dried it on high and it shrunk, got too short. Anytime I would lift my arms up to about here, you could see half my back, so that's why. I would say my windshield wipers are shot. Hopefully it doesn't rain any harder because this could get dangerous, honestly. I mean, the wipers are still on there, the rubber is coming off, so it'll at least do something for me if the rubber totally falls off, but yeah, those need changed. Unfortunately, it's raining pretty good up where I want to dump the rest of the gravel. I've got their gravel for them here now. They'll probably be quitting soon because it is raining here as well, but it's raining a little heavier where I want to take the rest of the gravel, so that'll be a muddy mess trying to get in there and dump. So I'm probably not gonna do that today. I didn't really think it was supposed to rain any significant amount today, but it happens. Good for the crop, I guess. And this is really not in that big of a hurry, so I'm just gonna park it. We'll figure out something to do in the shop, I guess. I don't really know what there is to do. I mean, there's always something. We can find something to do, but everything's been running pretty nicely. Well, let's put it this way. Everything has already broken down so much that we've fixed pretty much everything that we know of. So we really don't have much to do. I think Dad and I are gonna go pick up the baby truck that's been gone for a little over 4 months now at a shop. They haven't fixed anything, so we're gonna go pick it up and see if we can't send it somewhere else. It has something to do with the PCM or electronics of some sort. The flashers come on, the dash goes out, and it's getting very annoying. So if we don't end up with a new truck, it's gonna really surprise me. But that's what we're gonna go do since it is raining, and I'll see you when I get back. Well, we got the baby truck back. It unfortunately just sat outside for 4.5 months there at the shop. They never brought it in. They couldn't find anything wrong with it, but we definitely know there is something wrong with it. It just shuts the dash off, the flashers come on. It's just weird. So we ended up grabbing a bulkhead module. So I'm gonna pull it into the shop and open up the hood and see what I gotta do to get that undone. So this here is the bulkhead module. Lots of wires connected to it. And it actually goes through the firewall into the cab. Right behind this panel, I believe. So I'll have to take this panel as well in here. And then it's got some wiring in there too. And I swear to you, if I take that panel off and like some mice chewed some wiring or something, and that was all the problem was, I was gonna say I was gonna be mad, but that'd be an easy fix. So let's hope that's all that was, actually. I believe that looked like a Torx. Size. What size? 27, maybe? That's too big. Probably like a 20. I think 20 is pretty common. Yeah, it's a 20. It looks okay to me, but get a flashlight or a triple light in there. See what the heck I'm doing. Oh, that's miles better. How do I get you out? Unplug some of these. Probably get the whole thing unplugged. Just replace the bulkhead module. We do have a new one. Let's see if that helps. Please come out of there. Okay, it's out. Can you push on it? There it is. Well, that's okay. It's out at least. Hold on. I'm trying to salvage the gasket. Slip right out of there, I'm sure. What am I caught on? Oh. Ooh. That might be enough room. Ooh. Quiet. Come out of there, please. Ouch. Thank you. Now this says test good, so it's got to be good, right?
Yeah. There it is.
Until I get done with it. Pushing it through here. Okay. Start screwing it on. Gasket's fine. Now getting the wiring back on without breaking any of the pins.
You got the module attached?
Yes, it is good to go. Okay, that's all connected. Before I put any of this crap back, I'm gonna see if it even turns on. Moment of truth here. Uh-oh. It's got a no charge light on. What's that mean?
And it won't start.
Well, I went through the hassle of putting that new blockhead module in. And I asked the guy repeatedly when he told me that's probably the issue. I asked him, are you sure the ECM doesn't need to be reprogrammed or the software needs to be updated for that new bulkhead module that needs to go in? Oh no, they're just plug and play. You just swap them out and it's fine. Mind you, this is a Freightliner technician. What happens? I put that new blockhead module in, and guess what? It doesn't even start. It tells me there's no charge on the battery. So we put the old one back in. Lo and behold, she's running. So we'll just see if maybe, I don't know, taking that out and putting it back in even did anything. Well, I have a kid to go pick up, so I am leaving early tonight, 7 o'clock. The guys that I dropped the gravel off for there in the driveway ended up getting that whole pile used for that tile they put in down on that 120. They were putting that gravel down alongside of the tile so that clay didn't just clog up the sides of that tile again, and they're hoping that helps let that water down through the soil and get back into their tiles, just to get that water out of the field, because it is a muddy mess down there. My dad had it cleaned up for a while, put his own tile in, and then had somebody come in and throw like a 12-inch or an 8-inch tile or something like that, and had it cleaned up for a long time, and it's back to its old ways. So I'm sure more clays just got full or crushed, or you know, and it just needs more done to it. So we had those guys come out, and the GPS found all the tiles that were in there, which there was about 17 different tiles that were ran through there over the last 60 years. So they found all those and got lines ran, unplugged some stuff, and put new in, put that pea gravel on, or 3/4 inch stone anyway, and made sure it was going to be aerated enough for that water to get down into that tile. And they finished a little early, so we asked them to go fix one of our waterways over here, and they're doing that now, and that should just be a little patch. So I found another tile hole that we need to fix. Possibly another one there too. I do need to leave and go get my child, but I did really want to look at this corn. I know it's 7 o'clock, so it's not quite another 12 hours, but here we are, a little side by side here. I don't know. Here's the freshened row going along. I can clearly row it the whole way, even the one beside it. Obviously, this way is freshened, and this side is unfreshened, and you can definitely tell a difference. This is much more choppy. They're not really standing up about the same height. This side definitely is. That's a good comparison there. I can see it all the way down the row, and here not so much. It's just not as uniform. Some of them aren't even out of the ground yet on this unfreshened stuff, but huh, looking good. It's looking good for the freshener. Man, getting married and having a kid and getting a house and all this other stuff, and you really put on the pounds. I've got to lose some weight. Haven't ran in a while, and that is, whew, I'm only 27 years old. I shouldn't be out of the breath just from running that little while. Wow.